everybody, it's Calxiyn here. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember that you guys should join our Discord server or become patrons over on Patreon. So if you don't know how this works, Hunter and I do analysis videos. This would camp because there's nothing to really analyze, but I feel like this show is going to give a lot of meat and have a lot of mystery and all that stuff. So let's start, I guess, at the very beginning. So, we're introduced to Scout and Toph, you know, living their best life, alright? They're on the road with a bunch of other,
We were pretty correct in our assumptions that Toph was gonna be a motherfucker, and...
Yeah, Toph is fucking tall, man. Or Scout's just really short. Like, we just don't...
Scout. It's a sin to kill a mockingbird.
What?
It's a sin to kill
Oh, again? You made that joke last video.
Fuck
okay.
you, I have a copy of that book now. I'm gonna bring it over whenever we do this.
Anyways. So, yeah, so they're on the, I don't want to call them caravans. Are they caravans?
They're caravans.
Okay, so I do want to call them caravans.
Wagon and buggies.
So they're, you know, they're on the caravan or whatever, and then, you know, Toph is kind of going... you know, like
you gotta stab him.
Even the horses are like afraid, like they don't want to cross her either. And so, you know, they're chilling there, and then Scout kind of goes through inventory, so he kind of that's like our first hint that those knives were gonna come back later and magically stab people, was that they focused on it for a hot minute. Anyways, so there's that. And so, you know, there's lots of knives, and then Scout has all these adventure books. They don't last long.
Poor fucking books. They're just destroyed repeatedly.
Well, I think that there's, like, a nice metaphor here, is that to believe in magic, you need to do away with science and books and shit.
Sure.
Do you think that was intentional, or am I, like, is that too deep?
I think that's just you being pretentious and weird and really surfing for a longer video.
Well, I don't know. I think that that's what they were trying to go for. It's like, you must abandon everything you know, so you can find everything that you don't. Like, okay.
In that tone of voice. Not with that tone of voice.
Fuck off. Anyway, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
So they drive their caravans up
to this forest.
Not a forest so much as a giant tangle of weeds. It kind of reminds me of like that
Maleficent?
that jungle swamp from Avatar, a show you still haven't seen.
Well, and there's also the fact that it looks like all the thorn shit from when Maleficent... you know, does the thing to the castle.
Yeah, but it's also been like a decade and a half since I've seen that movie, so... Well... You know.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
Alright.
Secondly, so when we meet these other people, and they're called dandies, they're called the Don's dandies, and we learn that there's a Don, presumably, and there's a four corners, so you know it's starting to build the world.
Yes, presumably there is a Don.
So there's a four corners, the idea that, like, the world's been cut up, and then the head honcho is the Don, who presumably his magic, whether he be like a dictator or whatever, his magic's been stolen by the Nomad of Nomad.
When did they say that?
They said that because Nomad stole magic, right?
No, he's just the last person with magic. He didn't steal anything.
Well, anyways, point is...
You made a more interesting plot than what is actually
Fuck you, I like
in the show. No, but I like the show too. I'm just saying that what you did was accidentally more complex, if anything. Would you like to continue?
Yes, I would love to continue.
Okay, then go ahead.
So, we see the dandies, which are all the people who have been registered, or I guess picked.
Registered?
Picked by the Dawn to hunt down the Nomad. Leading them is, of course, Toph, and then we see a new guy. I forget his name already.
He's
dude,
red. He's just, let's just call him Red.
Let's call him Red. It's the Red
for the sake of simplicity.
But they call him Red, so we'll call him Red. And I recognize some of the voices.
Okay,
By
go
that,
ahead.
I mean one person. The guy with the tooth knocked out is Ryan Haywood from Achievement Hunter.
He does a good accent, but I guess they live in Texas, so like...
Yeah, but he doesn't talk like that normally, but that is sort of his...
Anyways.
I don't know. It's great. I love it.
It sounds great.
It's wonderful. So they go.
Also, I love the money sound in this game, but that's another story.
So they have to go around and they have to find the Nomad, and by this point, I believe already 2 of the books
have been
destroyed,
discarded. Yeah,
which is terrible. And also, we were so right about her being gay. Like, she's just like blushes over Toph, and it's like, oh, honey.
Yeah, so that's something that I want to do an update video on, like a really short...
It's a sin.
just a really short update video on.
I would love to them do like Go Set a Watchman the Squeakquel. Like it's another sequel to Kill a Mockingbird, and it's like in the 80s or like. Yeah, so instead of like the 60s, it's in the 80s after Stonewall, and Scout's like an older woman and comes out as gay. I would love that.
Oh, someone you mean a continuation of To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yes,
okay.
Because Scout, we're just going to talk about it's going to be the To Kill a Mockingbird podcast.
Okay. So, here's the thing, alright? I told y'all, and none of y'all believed me, but what did I say in that fucking video? I said that Scout is gonna be, like, sort of in awe almost by Toph and, like, want to impress her. That was the entire point. And it's very cute. And I'm pretty sure everybody's like, I would die for Scout. Like, that is sort of the general consensus.
But you know what's cuter?
What?
The Nomad.
Okay.
Because we meet the Nomad, and he's not
He's just in the woods. He's just chilling in the woods.
Not a scary badass.
Like
he's not like Big Brother. We were all wrong. He's just a cutie dude. He's just cute.
He's just a cutie patootie. Is that what you're gonna say?
He's a fucking cutie patootie. He has magic. He made those rocks. I would die for those rocks.
Oh, so it's only the rocks that you care about.
Yes, it's him and the Nomad. They're both adorable. And at first I was like questionable about the art style, but then I saw the Nomad and I started to look at those adorable rocks and the hippo that comes in later, and of course Scout, who's goddamn adorable, and I just accepted that, you know, no, they're just cute. They're just wonderful. So
I feel you. But yeah, that's something that I was gonna say too. We all kind of expected the Nomad to, you know, be super scary, and then there was sort of the people on the other side that kind of had a feeling that the Nomad was going to be hyped up to be this scary man, and then not be a scary man.
And he doesn't really fight so much as he dodges people's attacks, and
then he gets rocks to do everything for him.
He has rocks.
And then he brings the knife. But let's go in order. Let's try to keep in
Scout's
order.
Walking around the tangle.
Yeah, she gets lost basically because she's like, I hate like fucking red.
And
she
then
doesn't
she
say
meets
fucking
the
red.
person that we learn is the Nomad.
I mean,
he's not scary.
Questionably.
I mean,
I don't know. He's probably like I don't understand how they. Oh yeah, there's that. I was like, oh, I don't understand how they figured that out.
Everyone else is like, he's the Nomad, and
whatever.
He's just like, you know where the Nomad lives, and he's like, yeah, I can show you your house. Except he didn't talk; he uses rock language.
That's the only problem that I have is like I get the appeal of a not speaking character, especially with Neo. But, like, it makes the scenes a little empty.
Which brings to my first theory, is that the Nomad is actually Neo.
Oh
Neo,
my God.
Nomad.
Is this, like, gonna be an entire connected universe thing?
Yes!
And that's why
I'm saying, like, that's
the
where
four
she
corners
went.
And everything?
Yes, that's where she went after.
That's where Neo went? Is that what you're telling me?
She just left, and she went into a different RT series.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you for your contribution to my life here.
You're very welcome.
What were we talking about again? Right.
So she meets him.
So, yeah, she does meet him, and, I feel like that there were either two ways this could go. They could make him really scary, or they could make him like he could now. Like, I think we all sort of saw that coming to an extent, but I didn't know that they'd go for the cute side, so, I guess I lost. Anyways, so Hunter's just like, he's so cute, and putting, like, his head on my, shoulder, or whatever.
She's cute, Scout's cute, and he also has a crush on Scout.
Okay, let's...
no, he has a crush on Scout.
Let's everybody just calm the fuck down.
Who hasn't fell in love with a lesbian? I mean, Ellen Page, man.
Hold on a second. Anyway, so... the Nomad takes her sort of through this...
It's the same thing.
Like, the Nomad takes her through the forest, whatever, and then, you know, they come into the house or whatever, and then it seems like he has more of a flashback since the character that is in the flashback looks different, and so it looks like that Scout reminds him... It looks like
Scout but cut hair.
Yeah, and so it looks like Scout reminds him of his, like, lost love or a sister
that or he's imagining
or something, and I'd like to do, like, a bigger theory video on that, just because, like... We gotta... we're gonna do a bigger... Yeah, exactly. A bigger theory video on that.
Oh, it all hurts.
But, yeah, that was a really cute moment, because it was one of those things where I was like, oh, wait, why did it flash like that? And I had to go back to check it, and to see that,
So that's when Scout tells the Nomad that she's just like, this is where the Nomad is. He's evil. The dandies are gonna find him.
And then he looks so sad. He's like, why does everybody think of me
evil? And then Neo, or as she is known in this universe, the Nomad, he sort of like, okay, I'm gonna tell you the story, and he's about to give like this PowerPoint presentation, but then the dandies and Toph, they come in, and Red, and they're swinging axes, and they're trying to kill him, and then the Nomad's just like, don't hurt him! The Nomad's looking at it like, nah, B, I got this. So,
is that the technical term? Nah, B, I got this.
Yes, exactly. And then he runs over and he does his magic on some knives, and the knives start attacking, and it's great.
I know, and I'm really glad that Red caught on fire. I know that's not a very nice thing to say.
This is very funny, it's very clever.
But there's also, really there's a lot of mystery to it, and I like that it's in between, because Camp, we can't do any fucking extra videos on it, right? That doesn't mean it's a waste of time, but, like... Anyways, so, like, we can't do any extra videos, if you want to call them that. Like, we can't do any of that, right? Because it's so, I don't want to say it's particular, I guess, but I think that you understand, sort of what I mean, right? Like, there's nothing really to talk about after the episode is over, but I feel like that with this, it's so different that, you do have a lot to kind of think about, even after it's done, sort of thing. Right? Would you agree with that?
Yes.
But yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to get over there. Anyways, so there was that. But then at the end, you kind of see, like, Toph is a little crazy. Like, ever slightly.
Yeah, she's kind of violent,
ever so
and,
slightly.
probably, may have, like, something where she really wants to impress the Don, whoever this person is.
Mm-hmm.
She wants to
that could be
murder.
A very interesting love triangle.
To the point where she's just like, oh, let's just burn down this massive entanglement of vines and spiky bits.
I guess.
And they all almost die in a fire, but then the Nomad, he's sitting... And it's interesting because the Nomad doesn't want to, like, leave the forest. So it's like, what's in the forest? What's out there? As you said,
maybe he's
like,
people chase him and, like, hurt him, and so
then
he doesn't want to go.
He hears the,
Toph? Or he hears Scout.
Scout crying. He's like, no, I got this. So then he gets the hippo that I guess we glossed over earlier that eats her books to, like...
Oh, man, this game got another update. Anyway, sorry.
To make her...
Yeah, just keep going.
Anyways. Just like a thing. This is also gay. Feeds this hippopotamus that shoots water out of its nose books. Because, not to say also, like, those are fucking encyclopedias. This is like the Old West. Those fuckers would be expensive.
I feel really bad about the books. Like, you guys are probably gonna be like, Cal, why the fuck do you care? Like,
I mean, just on an economic sense.
Just leave me alone, okay? I like books, alright? It makes me sad when people hurt them. And, anyways, so that's another story. Leave me alone. But yeah, I don't know. I love this show. I love the art
Nomad
style.
saves everyone, and then you don't, cause they're all knocked out, and then the Nomad's gonna run away. So it's like, so we have this character of the Nomad. He's like, probably my favorite character, like, next to Scout. And then also Ryan Haywood in the Red.
When somebody asks, how can people like Neo? She doesn't even talk. This is how. Well, to put it like in very you know.
It's a really amazing silent character. Like they put a lot of effort into making him very emotive, and it's wonderful. But yeah, so then he's about to step off into like this unknown world, leaving his rock friends behind, and then credits, and it's
because we don't really know what will happen when he does that, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited about this show. There's still a lot of mystery about it. Still don't exactly know. Then, like, weirdly enough, it's the Dawn who's become, like, this mysterious character,
exactly.
Not the Nomad.
You like the Nomad. You don't necessarily want...
What I thought was going to happen...
You don't want the Nomad to lose, right?
The Nomad and Toph and Scout were going to join together and then run away. That's what I think
Toph may when she wakes up.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I'm theorizing the show is going to, is that because
like
they kind of left them to die, sort of thing, she will...
He didn't leave them to die.
No, because the Red Manuel guy is gonna blackmail them or whatever, I think, against the Dawn, right? And so they may go on the run all of a sudden. Which I think is kind of interesting. But people were comparing this to another show. Do you remember the show?
No.
It was Trigon or something?
Trigon?
Trigon.
Yeah, because it also has a similar sort of punk.
But
space punk.
did this happen? Like, was
No,
this?
because
Have we gone in a different direction with the plot? Can we finally say that they're different now?
It's similar. It's similar in that it's about a person. Vast Stampede. I watched one episode like a very long time ago of Trigun. Vast Stampede, who's like this $6 million double-dollar man. So he's like a criminal with a lot of money on his head, and then like these two girls meet him. And they journey through the wastes together. And so it's similar, I guess, kind of in setting, and I guess also with the idea that you have this incredibly talented person with a bounty on his head, but not exactly. Like, the art style, it's not quite as space punk, less shooting.
So it is different, but I'm asking if the person in there was characterized like... No. Yeah, because that's what I'm kind of getting at. A lot of people thought that this was going to be a copycat of that show, but I think that it's gone into a very different direction, especially than what was previously expected.
It's so wonderful. I dig it. I hope it becomes like a mainstay like Ruby has.
A mainstay? What do you... Camp stamp?
Camp stamp.
Tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp.
I fucking hate you. Oh my god.
We were talking about tattoos earlier today. It's been a whole thing.
It's been a whole thing.
It's been a whole thing. So Camp and Ruby.
But yeah, I love how everybody's characterized. Wonderful. I think that it's pretty great, to be honest. Like, I wasn't sure. Also, somebody was like, should I watch Camp? It seems too childish for me. Like, and I was like, oh boy. Like, do you have a ride ahead of you?
Which is also, I thought this show was going to be more kiddie, but they did like a shit joke.
I know, that was funny. Sheets, right? It was funny.
I just love this show so much.
I know, I really do like it. I do like it.
Every once in a while you
and now we can do ship it, because like with Camp, what are we going to ship? Like...
I ship
David and and the other one, no, Gwen or whoever. Like, we're not gonna do
Gwen
that.
And like,
but like,
it needs to be like someone else.
There's actual cause for romance in this show, which I think is the interesting part. Is like, because usually, or I shouldn't say usually, but sometimes ships are a little like bullshit. You know, for lack of a better word.
If you want to see examples of bullshit ships, look at our series about Ruby ships.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And so, like, but Scout seems to have actual feelings, whether they're romantic or not. That's another story, but they're
probably not reciprocated, but...
They are feelings.
I'm reading a book called Gives Light, and it's by the author who did My Immortal, that really bad Harry Potter fanfiction.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. But it has a similar sort of dynamic of characters. Like, one's like the quiet, brooding, but like, I'm really sensitive and I like you. And the other person's just like nerdy. Oh, it's mwah. It's great.
I'm glad you're enjoying.
So I want similarly. And also, like, this, so I just started watching Konosuba, which is kind of like an anime sort of parodying Sword Art Online. And from the first episode of that show, I was like, I know I'm gonna like this show. And similarly, from the first episode of this show, I'm like, I
think that, like, I know people say the 3-episode test for anime, but I'm like, no, that's bullshit. Like, if it doesn't catch you after the first episode, like, bitch, you're done.
This is only as long as half of it.
I know, and so that's what I'm talking about. So I'm saying that, like, screw the first episode test or whatever.
Who is this guy? This boy in the bottom.
The boy that's eating the other things? Yeah,
I almost said the black guy, but I'm like, that sounds strange.
He's an evil little boy.
Hey, man, he's not evil. It's just a victim of circumstance.
Oh my god, I hate you so much right now. Anyway, do we have anything else that we want to talk about?
I really like it. I'm really looking forward to where they go with this show. I thought I wasn't going to be crazy about the art style, but I'm crazy about the art style. I really like the Nomad in Nowhere. I would become his wife. Like, I don't give a fuck.
I, too, would wife him.
Yes, like, look at all the... Wow, this game is beautiful. Look at all, like the little rock boys. The rock boys are wonderful. The knife boys are wonderful. They're all just wonderful. The broom boy was pretty good. Not as good as the rock boy or the knife boy. But, you know, the broom... But, like, rock boys and knife boys were so good that, like, broom boy, he had, you know, high standards.
I
still love him.
The standards
I still love them all.
Were just too
all
high.
The boys are wonderful.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway.
That's boy with an I.
Boy with an I. See, I started that.
No, that's been a thing for a while.
No, like, I mean with you. Okay. It's that I was like, no, Hunter, I'm talking about boy, but with a... With an I.
That's...
Anyways, so I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, remember that you guys should join our Discord server or become patrons over on Patreon. And, yeah, I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.